all ready to do some streaming for Doki Doki Literature Club. It's been a few days since I have been doing streams of this, so it is more than enough time for me to get back to it and see what I have next in store. I don't exactly remember where I left off, but I'm sure that once I open it up again, I will remember. So without further ado, let's begin and do some more streaming of Doki Doki. Woohoo! Alright. And here we go. So, I walk home with Sayuri once more. Oh, and hello Tarun. Long time no talk. You say jacket sweater looks fancy. What's the design on it? It's music notes. Because of course it is. Yay, music. I love it. I actually probably shouldn't say this, but I found it at Goodwill and it came home with me. Anything with music notes comes home with me. Oh, hello, Yuri! How goes it? I am excited to be going back to Doki Doki. I have been inconsistent with my streaming schedule, apologies about that, but yes, here we go. I am walking home from the club. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayuri's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayuri. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Oh, Yuri, you had a pretty chill day? Woohoo! That's nice to hear. Technically, all of my days have been pretty chill because I'm waiting on work. It's pretty frustrating. I have, like, no work to do, and I keep on pestering for more work to do. Oh, well. Oh, hello, Jack! Yo, how goes? Alright. So Sayuri says, I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... she fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Know what he's talking about. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a mean question. Okay, this is a terrible answer, but hopefully, in-game Haddock says this politely and diplomatically. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? I knew that's what her brain was gonna do. I knew that's what her brain was going to do. Yep. Need you... Sorry. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is Yeah, there we go, thank you. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. I really hate this sort of idea that if you enter a romantic relationship or a friendship, that automatically means that you're ditching that other person. I mean, it's sort of sad that lots of people feel that way, or that there are even individuals who aren't very good at balancing multiple friendships or relationships. It's one of those things you have to be... I mean, life is so colorless unless you have multiple wonderful human beings, and being closer to one doesn't mean that takes me away from somebody else. So, yes, nobody in the club is a replacement for you, and that is 100% true. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away, ... Who knows what will happen in that time? Yay! Pick random words time. I have to pick explode because that's an exciting word. Stay determined. I have to do determination. Turn. That is the literal definition of speculating. Yes, it is. Good point. I didn't even think of that. Kiri says explode was Yuri's. Of course. Whirlwind. There's so many fun-looking words. Infallible. I like that word. Sunny. There's kawaii in there. I should pick that one time. There we go. Nibble. Fireflies. Smile. Vibrant. Poof. So Kiri, have people gone through the game's mechanics to know which word is which character? Just out of curiosity, since you said that explode was one of Yuri's ones and you thought it might have been Sairi's. Flee. Giggle. Sing. Rose. Kiri says, I'm pretty sure people have. That makes sense. I mean, if the fandom's anything like Undertale's, where they just eat through all of the code. Contamination. Ambient. Love. Play. Candy. Alright, here we go. Monica. Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Yay, more piano. Woohoo! You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out with the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, why is she happy? Is this sarcasm or is she actually having a change of mind? What is going on here? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. Oh, okay, that's where the... I was wondering. Good response. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Yeah. Instead of actually doing school stuff. I get you completely. You sound a bit like Sayuri all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Oh, darn it, why isn't Sand Squid here? I would love to give Caspian a little bit of a joke about fried squid right now. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I did say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Oh my gosh, that's great, they did that. I'm amused. Okay, that was good. Yep, and Kiri says Ika means squid. That's what I was guessing. I'm sort of sitting there going, I actually like how they brought up that whole meta. That joke makes no sense in translation. That's pretty great. Never mind. Oh, interesting, and then Monica says, oh, never mind. She seems to be the most meta character out of all of them so far, at least in my opinion. Let's just focus on our own adventure for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri or Sayuri's anyway. Excuse me. Where's Sayuri anyway? Oh, there you are. She's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. Oh, did my comment make her that sad? I walk over to her. Hey, sorry. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? Yuri says, and yet she's the only one you can't write a poem for. Oh, interesting. That almost feels like a hint to something to me, to be honest. Or yet, I don't know. I can see this going multiple ways just based on gameplay mechanics and how they want to tell the story. I'll sit on it. You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. We know why it's obvious why she's feeling off. Sorry for assuming things. You worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? She shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. Sort of last poem we talked about. I worriedly glance at Sayuri before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayuri recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Haddock, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything with Sayuri recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. She peers across the room at Sayuri, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Haddock. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Because it's about you, you stupid dork. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it for now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? At least everyone's being all nice and sweet right now. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. What's interesting about this game is the more that you try to build camaraderie, there's this pull and push sort of thing. But the camaraderie is, Jack, that's interesting because actually I don't have, loud fan stuff going on at all. My laptop isn't really having loud fan noises for once, and my vent system is off, so go figure about that. It could just be my microphone input is pretty pathetic. I'm just using my default laptop mic, which picks up a whole lot of stupid noise. There's a fan noise. Yeah, it could be my laptop, but my laptop can be a whole lot louder, so I'll let you know when my laptop is jet engineing, because it can jet engine. This is not as loud as it can get, which is interesting. But you guys can hear me talk just fine, I assume, so that's the important part. Alright, let's keep going. Monica says maybe I'll try talking to myself. Al, are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. It's about you, you idiot. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. There she goes, thank you. Alright, anyway, as I was saying before I got distracted by you guys, is there's a lot of push and pull to this game. There's this sense of every single time that I come in and interact, I am both building dynamics with the group and actually making dynamics worse for the group at the same time. There's not... because I am both pulling them apart and pulling them together. There is equally both. And every single choice I make sort of changes the dynamic stretch a little bit. But it's almost 50-50 in how I do good things and bad things, because a lot of the romantic interest stuff You'll notice every single time I start to side with someone, it throws somebody else off. And I suspect that when this game goes, however it ends up going in the end, it will deal with the fact of my choices sort of pulling the group apart in that romantic sense. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Oh, come on, he's so oblivious. I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Haddock. Yuri says, be a good cannot read. Yuri says, be a good club president, Monica. Take care of your club members. Yes, take care of them all, please. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Saria talks about you more than anyone else, you know? Eh? Kiri says in-game Haddock is pretty oblivious. Yes, I am noticing this. There's a few things that he picks up and says very intelligently, like when he's encouraging people, he's pretty diplomatic about it and sensitive to how what he says can hurt others, but only in the sense of knowing what he's saying can affect others, but he doesn't seem to notice how others feel about him, and thus he has this huge range of saying things without fully understanding the consequence, and hearing people, especially hearing people say things that he doesn't understand the implication of. And Turin says, I'm glad Outgame Haddock is not so oblivious. I mean, there was one time that somebody asked me out, and it took 3 people telling me that the guy asked me out for me to actually believe that the guy asked me out. So I can be oblivious. But, oh well. Hopefully not that bad. And Monica says, she's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sari is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. Around you! It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Haddock. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know, anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayuri is sitting. I watched her kneel down next to Sayuri and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayuri told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh down me so much? Now if I feel like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. Yeah, everybody knows except for you. That's exactly what's going on. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. Oh, high school drama tangles, don't you love them? I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So, I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. How did I know that this would be the start of the conversation? But I could tell you that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. It seems exactly like her to be that sort of person to notice the little details. The people watchers are so good at picking up on the social cues, even if they're not good at doing their own social cues, which is really interesting. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concerns of those... Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayuri. Sayuri? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. Oh, hello, Furious! Hello, Fury! It's good to see you, and hello, Dragon Pride! Hey! It's been a little while since I've chatted with you. Glad for you to join. What's up with you? I am currently dating a trying to date a very beautiful girl with dark purplish hair. So yay! Here we go. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Yes, the obliviousness is already getting frustrating and annoying to me. Already, and I know this is just going to be the tip of the iceberg, I bet. Oh? That's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayuri and I have been just friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Attic, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. Well, that's a nice quote. Alright, Fury, what have you missed? Sayuri seems a little bit down today. I told her when we were walking home to school the other night that if Yuri wanted to walk home with me, then I would walk home with her. So now Sayuri seems a little bit down today. It's obvious it's because she likes me, but she's not telling me that, and Monica went over to talk to her, and now I'm talking to Yuri about my concerns. Alright, and Dragon Pride is giving me an update, so you say he sucks, but is cool, starting to learn Arabic. As awesome as it sounds, otherwise not much. Hey, that's a good thing! Learning Arabic, that's one of those... That would be a really good language to learn just since it is, it has different structures than in English, and I think the other languages that you know, and oh, it's such a useful language, and a beautiful one, too. So, that's pretty cool. Nothing much is going on my end, except for, like, playing video games and stuff, so... Not too much to update, I guess. Alright. So, as Yuri says, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Oh, I like that quote. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? Mm-hmm. I think that Sayuri's a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. Exactly, I've started to figure that out about this character. And she may not always know what she wants. Oh, frickin' stupid computer. Okay, there we go. And she may not always know what she wants. Are you gonna cooperate? There we go, thank you. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. Yes, Kiri, my background is... What I have in the background is a combination of different sci-fi backgrounds from fandom, so it's mostly, I think, Voltron and Mass Effect right now. Some screen caps that I gathered. So my desktop, it switches every 10 minutes and shows different screen caps. So yeah. Kiri, Doki Doki Voltron Club. That crossover would work, though. That crossover would work. Just think about it. You play as one of the paladins, and then the other 4 paladins are the people in the club. And, oh my gosh, this would work. This would make shippers way too happy, but heck, this would work. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Okay, okay. Brain not going down that route. Jack says, I really hope that Doki Doki Voltron Co-op would not ever happen, please. Okay, but you know how fandoms work, right? There's going to be something for everything. And then Jack, for reasons that, yeah, I know that the plot will eventually go dark. No more hints. Yeah, I know that. But I'm just saying that knowing fandom, there are crossovers for everything. I mean, I could probably find B-movie Voltron crossovers if I really looked. Or I could write one to terrify humanity, one of those two. And Furious Night Fury says, dumpster fire fandom noise. Yeah, really. Alright. So, let's see what Yuri has to say. I wonder if this is making her a little bit conflicted about the fact that I'm slightly hitting on her. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Yuri says, I can see ways for it to work. See, that's the problem, is if you work hard, you can make anything crossover. As Furious says, crossovers of everything, absolutely nothing is safe. So true, so true. And I love the weirder crossovers. Like, thinking of two really bizarre combinations, that can just crack me up to no end. I'm already starting to get ideas. Alright, let's run away. Let's run away before my brain keeps going there. So Haddock says, well, I guess that was the case. Sorry. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. Jack says, when you cross too many fandoms, you start making your own original content, unless it's crack crossovers. For me, I prefer to do crossover just two things. I mean, I have written crossovers with friends where we just, like, smash everything together. But I do appreciate when it's just 2 or 3 crossovers. That way you have manageable content about how they're colliding and you can focus on that collision, as versus to just making this whole big whammy of, like, random stuff. And Dragon Pride says they're a little hiccup magical girl AUs. I'm not even surprised. I have not seen these, but I am not surprised. I know there's How to Train Your Dragon Shrek crossovers. I have seen that exists. I haven't checked them out, but I know those exist. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. AKA whether or not we are just friends. Dear fucking... Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. You know, she's talking about herself, and maybe... yeah. Dragon Pride's got to go for a little? Alright, no problem. Well, I'm glad that you could stop by even just for a little bit, and maybe we'll talk a little later. Woot woot. Furious Night Fury. What is wrong with the internet? Lots of things, where do I start? That's exactly it. But I love the weirdness of the internet. That's one of the most amazing things about it, is the internet is such a fascinating, zany, and... oh, I love the internet. The whole dynamics, the internet culture, internet's brand of humor, the different syntactic properties and language that it goes into. Oh, internet culture is the most fascinating and awesome thing ever. It's so bizarre, but it's just so cool too. Someday I want... so I've been collecting a bunch of meme videos, and I've been saving them on my laptop. I wonder if anybody would want to go through all these with me together and watch some of the classics of these videos, old ones to new, and just have a streaming night of all these different movies. I think it would be fun. I'd be up for it. I don't know if other people would, but I've thought about it. Jack has this big yes! Memes! There's so many good ones. Just all the memes, all the different viral videos. There's a lot of different viral videos, so, you know, I've got everything saved, like, you know, Charlie the Unicorn, for instance. And then some of the more meme ones, some of my favorite meme instances, so... oh, it's so much fun. Yuri says, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is... I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. romance tingles. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. So we read together. I'm going to enjoy it. That's probably going to make Sayuri less happy. Yep. Cool. Monica. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls us to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayuri. I'm eating cookies, to answer Furious Night Fury's question. I wonder what she's talking about with Sayuri. I'm going to do Sayuri first to make her feel happy. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Oh dear. Probably Yuri. I was trying to make you feel good by going to you first. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Yeah, see, I see a lot of characters like this in anime, and actually in real life too, where you have that whole, but you're happy, that's good for you, I'm bolstering myself up even though this makes me unhappy sort of thing. Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. No, it's not. Thank you, Haddock. Sayuri, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yeah, this is not the sign of a good conversation in any way, shape, or form. This is not the sign of a good conversation in any way, shape, or form. Great. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early. Yeah, oh, yep, nope. None of this is a good sign. Sayuri? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, she's not even walking home with me. Yeah, this is, yep, not good. Warning signs, red flag, blaring lights, alarms, beep, beep, beep. Before I can say anything else, Sayuri cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. And she is so good at faking everything. And now I will go to Monica. Hi, Haddock. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of other people, I'll have to give it some more thought. And Curious says, yeah, Sayuri's not so cheery right now. No, not at all. I mean, she's one of those people where you can, like, you know, she's really good at faking it, but oh goodness, you can tell. She not happy. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Oh, interesting. So I did pick enough of the cute words. Is that so? You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. I would be really interested to go through and see how specialized each of these responses are based upon my current romantic situation plus the poem words that I choose. I would be really fascinated to see this. Since obviously at this point I've been doing enough romantic stuff with Yuri that Sayuri immediately goes, oh, you wrote it for someone else, but then look at what Monika's saying right now. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Of course, this is also related back to the whole crap that's going on right now, but yeah. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I'm reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Or she could just be, like, yeah, I would really like to know how much specialization goes into this, because I can see this conversation going, like, 20 different ways. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things, too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. And here we go. As always, taking these off because I cannot think with music. I don't know how people do it. Okay. Alright, so it's a little bit of a longer one. And again, as always, she does a little bit of good spacing. Okay, here we go. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of the beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only an impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Okay, this is cool. I like this. The idea is really interesting, at least how I'm reading it. I can see two possible readings of it. But here's the one that I personally gravitate to, is the fact that, you know, there's this whole legend inside the narrator's mind that there's this lady who knows everything, that she knows all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And then you see that, the same three lines are repeated except in the opposite. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. What's really cool is that whole fact that the lady who knows everything, what she knows is there's no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek the impossible. The fact that she knows that these are nothingness, that is the full knowledge. So she is, I'm having a hard time explaining this without sounding like a paradox, but maybe in some ways we should say it's paradoxical. But this is her knowledge. This is her knowledge. She is showing that she has knowledge, and her knowledge is that things aren't that secure. So it's not that she lacks knowledge, it's just that she has the knowledge of what we lack. Hey, that's a good way of saying it. I accidentally stumbled into a cool sentence, right? Did everyone hear that? Okay. Yeah, so that's what I sort of am seeing about it. Of course, you can also read this from an even more pessimistic standpoint about where she just flat out doesn't know anything. But I like the concept of the lady who knows everything does know these things, and she's saying this sincerely, not in a necessarily cynical way, but in a knowledgeable way. Here he says she has the knowledge of what we lack. Yeah. And you say you remember really liking it during this section of the game. I do like this. This is really, and you say it's also really interesting from a post-game perspective. It could be interesting, yeah. I mean, if this game ends up going more meta, which I suspect it will, then it might be interesting to reread this poem. To be honest, I think that most of the poems are going to be really fascinating with a reread. Really do think so. And that will just keep on seeing more and more depth the more you keep on gleaning over it again. Alright, good poem. I like. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. Yay! I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Hey! What did I just say? Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? Oh, but she's going in a different... Yeah, that's true. I do agree with her, though. And Furious Night Fury, it's so nice to be able to see everything that's happening on screen. So I'm guessing that means that your monitor / laptop screen / what you're looking on is actually still working. Nice, nice. Alright. Haddock says, you know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Okay, I'm not going to lie, when I was in high school and I sometimes hopped into creative writing club, oh my gosh, that is exactly how high school students would write. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm still guilty of this, and I was very guilty of it in high school. Oh goodness. But I remember there was one time where even just in my regular English class, we were all assigned to write a short story. And out of like a 20-some person class, maybe like 28 or so, I think there were maybe 1 or 2 people that didn't write a sad story. And there was a lot of people who, it almost felt like an edgy contest. And I was just sort of laughing into my sleeve about that. And I didn't write any happier of a poem, oh gosh. I mean, story, my short story was not that happy at all. But it was good. Sorry. Mine was good. Alright. But, you know, there is something to be said about creative writing needing to express ourselves. And, you know, we do want to express ourselves when we're overly happy, but I feel like a lot of the times that we really, really need release is when we're feeling more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much time into. But if you find other people who enjoy your writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Joella says, Monica's breaking the fourth wall, isn't she? I feel like she's constantly breaking the fourth wall. I'm staring at her askance. And as you're continuing, yeah, she's breaking the fourth wall, isn't she? Because we are all writers here. Pretty much, yeah. And Kiri says, yeah, all my high school poetry was really depressing. Yep, mine was definitely pretty depressing. It was the point where I wrote the most poetry, so it was probably some of my best, but I do sit back and think, oh goodness, Haddock. And Dragon Pride has returned. Woohoo! Alright. And I shall continue. I think I will go on to the next 2 people for my poem sharing. Thanks for listening. Alright. I'll do Natsuki. ... This one's alright. She's never gonna like any of my poems. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Hey, she's actually being a little bit nicer. Like, she is blunt, and the way she says things can come off as rude, but you can tell she's being a little bit nicer, because she's made a few, recovering comments. That's good. Well, of course I'm at least trying. I wouldn't say that she's overall 100% successful in not sounding mean, but you can tell she's trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbows connect with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. She's great. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, she holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. And here we go. To her poem. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. This is my favorite one from her. The poetry rhyming is slightly akin to how I wrote when I was about 13, 14. I do like to write poetry with rhymes. I try to make the rhymes a little bit more sophisticated in the sense that I'm not rhyming really common words like fears and years. Try to make it a little bit more interesting. But the meter and the rhyming scheme, that is something that does, get my brain a little back to previous years. This poem, I feel, again, we understand her message right away. I don't feel like I need to dive in and just read into that. It's the idea of, she loves this person, she cares for them, and she's offering to be a place where they can let their worries drain away, and so being along with her, she's offering herself as a place that they can get some respite. Alright, so Yuri says, okay, catching up on conversation. Okay. Yuri says, this is kind of nice. I never got this poem because I wrote too much for Yuri, so Natsuki got really irritated and wouldn't even share with me by this point. Oh, interesting. So the fact that I sort of am mixing cute words with non-cute words, maybe that's why I didn't get her to do this. This is interesting. Yeah, no, I like this poem. And it's interesting that you didn't get this poem and she refused to share with you. That's cool to hear about what ended up happening. You wrote too much for Yuri too. Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to pick enough words that I'll get Yuri to like it, but also trying to spread it around just for the sense of entertainment for me. See how people end up reacting when I just sort of mix and match. No, I'm happy to get this poem. I like this one the best of what she shared so far. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nicer message for once. And Mun says, Natsuki is love, Natsuki is life. Of course, yep, I know she hits right up your alley. Besides, the beach is awesome. kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later? Yeah, well... It's only because of what happened yesterday. Dragon Pride, is there a link I can send a friend for this? Are you talking about the stream, the poem, or what, Dragon Pride? Yeah. Yuri's asking, yeah. Natsuki says, I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that, too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Of course. Dragon Pride, just go the link to the stream. It should just be on the top of my profile page as soon as, yeah, Kiri's gotten it. Thank you. And feel free to share. Yeah, please share. Thank you so much. I'm happy for you to share with friends and with anybody. It's always fun to have people come on and join the party, so I'm always happy to have people. So yeah, thank you. Okay, Natsuki says, making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. We knew that would happen! We knew that would happen. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. And hello, Mun! I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical, too. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. All of her poems have metaphors in them. All of them do. They're very clear metaphors, but all of them are metaphorical. Just pointing that out, Natsuki. At the very least, it was good practice. That's actually sort of a cool idea to pick a poem topic and then do it with multiple people. I actually like that idea. It's interesting. So I guess we'll see what Yuri's is and see how similar it ended up being. Decided to try something different today? I guess so. Is that good or bad? Well, neither. I have my preferences. But it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important in exploring and discovering yourself. I think that means that she doesn't, love it. Tarun asks, how late do you think you're gonna run with this, Haddock? At the latest, I would say 9:30. Why, you wanting to return to multiplayer? That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. This is true both of Game Haddock and this Haddock. Gamer Haddock, I guess. Eh? Why me? Oh, Tarun, you say you need sleep? Come on. I have seen your sleep schedule get completely screwed up. But we'll stay around until you're done. Alright. Yeah, no, I'll probably go to 9:30 the latest. We'll see how I feel. It might cut off at 9. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing, have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Eh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to these sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri? What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. It hurts so much because I know someone exactly like her. So exactly like her. Alright, do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. And here we are. Beach. The other beach poem. Alright, here we go. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. I like this. I like this. Look at how she did a final rhyme duo at the very end of the freeform to give a sense of closure. Very nice little touch. I do like those. What I love about this one is that, you know, Natsuki said, how can you write anything except happiness in a poem? But what Yuri did was something that was a little bit more nuanced in the fact that she pointed out that there's good and bad within the metaphor. So she used the beach to talk about how we keep on building sandcastles even though there are some things that are bad. But the sandcastles are good things too. And it's sort of this idea of push and pull, give and take, and how we sort of need both sides of life. We need those happy moments, but, you know, without anything else, it's pointless. You know, we can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. We need to have some diversity in our lives sometimes. Snow Princess, hello! It's good to have you join us. Hello, hello! Hello! I am in the middle of analyzing a poem of doom. So yeah, and I like this poem. I like this. I like the idea of pointing out, you know, it's that metaphorical concept. We need diversity. I mean, we need adversity. There's the word I was looking for. Adversity in life in order to have those good things too. So I like that. It's not a pessimistic poem, but it's not quite the, like, cheery beyond belief. I mean, technically Natsuki's that way too because she offers, to be your solace through the beach. So even though the beach is the solace, her poem also has a little bit of the fact that there's some problems in life too. And so, Kiri says, I didn't get this poem either. I was just sitting here being like, I don't recognize this. Oh, so you didn't, get this poem at all. I would be really, oh my goodness, how many different poems are there in this game then? That's interesting. Okay. So, okay. So Snow Princess asks, what is this game? Kiri says, it's a dating sim. You write poems for your dokis to make their hearts go doki doki. I guess that's one way to explain it. Alright, so yes, it is a dating sim where you are at a literature club and you're writing poems, and you can write poems for the different girls and try to make them interested in you. I'm currently reading the poem of the girl that I'm trying to flirt with. So Snow Princess, aw, that's adorable. It is cute. I will give you the heads up. We're probably not going to get to it tonight, but I've never played this game, so no spoilers from everyone. But this game does have disturbing content in it, so just, you know, don't get settled into thinking this is just all cute. Just know that there are trigger warnings for this game too. But at this moment, it's all adorable and cuteness, so here we go. Adorable cuteness. Now, Kiri, I really need to watch your streams of this. Since you're getting different poems than me, I need to check and see what these are. I like this poem. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. And she did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. Look at that, both of them said that they thought the other was showing off. I am not surprised at any of this. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Mun says Mun still envies Yuri's hair. I do like Yuri's hair. I used to have hair pretty much like that, just the slightest bit shorter. I used to have waist-length hair, or butt-length as I jokingly called it. I'm trying to grow it back to that. Never had hair quite that color, though. She has marvelous hair. Yep, and then Yuri just says, yep, Yuri has beautiful hair. She does. I like her hair. It's wonderful, and it has that whoosh to it. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is this mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Ah! I love this! Oh my gosh, that is such a great foreshadowing for the actual game where she is talking about foreshadowing. And oh my gosh, this is great. I love the layers of meaning in this one sentence. This is great. Okay. So there we go. Okay, Still Princess is asking, so did I miss anything in the How to Train Your Dragon fandom lately? Been out of it since summer? And Furious says, dragons, hiccup, yeah. I don't think that you really missed too much. I haven't been the most active in it. I mean, I've still been hopping in, but I've been focusing more on work and doing some other fun things. You know, it's just the day-to-day stuff, some funny jokes, some comments back and forth, some art. I haven't really seen too much going on. There's the typical day-to-day things. Alright, I'm just gonna read this comment again because I love it so much. Yuri says, stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayuri isn't here. It seems like you're right. Sayuri always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. See, this whole dynamic theme of the pull and the push, I love this. I am both disrupting things and pulling them together and disrupting things again. And I have a suspicion that eventually this whole back and forth is going to oscillate like this enormous pendulum until it gets thrown out of whack to the bad side. That's my guess. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayuri. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh... that curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. Of course. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayuri will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Guys? Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? Oh goodness. Oops. I'm useless. No, that's just not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Geez, even I can tell now. Oops, yeah, we're all in a bad mood and we're off, and Monica did not handle this as diplomatically as she usually does. I guess I never gave Sayuri enough credit, but I can now tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Yep, we need all of us in our group and things are going out of whack. It has begun. Dun dun dun! That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Yay! She likes the assignment! Yay! Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great! You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. Also, sorry to the people in the chat, I haven't seen the Tangled show, so I'm not able to participate too much in it. But yeah. I see that you guys are chatting about it and it looks fun. But anyway, that just leaves you, Haddock. The one who is truly useless. I like it. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. Oh, I see how this is going. You could always help me out as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting that I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Oh, look at this. See? This is friendly. Oh, I see what they're doing. It's sort of fighting over me, I can definitely tell. Haddock may not like to be around you if you only make him be out to me a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Look at this. They're both fighting over me. Oh dear. Snow Princess, I've heard very good things about it and that they go into a lot of lore and Langston characterization. I've definitely heard a lot of good things about it and I've seen it all over my dashboard. So I know that it's not just Disney throwing out some cute content, as you commented. For me, it's just that, I don't know if it would be my sort of content. So that's more of why I haven't watched it, is I have no doubts that it is a good show, I just don't think that they wrote it for somebody like me. That's all. But not to say anything less of it, of course, right? I'm really glad that you and so many other people enjoy it so much. And Curie says, yes, they're fighting over you. And poor Sayuri's missing all of this. And Tarun says, yes, but Yuri is so much better at it. Yeah, Yuri is being really sneaky and clever about it. She is, yeah. Alright, bye, Fury. Talk to you later, and hope you have fun on that stream. Woohoo! Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yuri's being a lot better about it. You know, Sayaka's... Wow, I did that. Natsuki's being a little bit backhanded about it. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Haddock to... What are you saying? Oh, yep, now they're jabbing at each other for it. Look at these two fighting over me. I mean, I am just like an amazing, handsome guy, so, you know, that's totally why it's happening. And Dragon Pride, ooh, King, get this! Dragon Pride, the anticipation is slowly turning me insane. Yep. Here we go. I already know what I'm siding with, and I'll explain my answer when I get there, but I'm just waiting for the conversation to keep on playing out. It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Oh my gosh, Mun. Yeah, Mun has it exactly right. Neither of them are subtle. At this point, no, neither of them are subtle. You are right. This is so not subtle. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Haddock to decide how he'd like to contribute. Thank you, Monica. Besides, He hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Haddock, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Okay. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that I could also pick to do things with Sayuri. That's interesting. Okay, so my first intention was I was going to pick Yuri. I knew that that would make things spiral pretty poorly with Natsuki. When I thought it was just going to be Natsuki and Yuri, I knew that the more diplomatic choice would be Natsuki, because then I would make things a little bit more balanced between the two and make it not feel like I'm always siding with Yuri. As Mun's pointed out in previous streams, Natsuki thus far has not had any wins. And if I don't let her have some wins, there's going to be some problems. But even though that was going to happen, I was still going to ignore those problems and side with Yuri just for the intent of building a relationship further with her. And I'm still tempted to do that. But now that I see that Sayuri's on the list, and I know that she's been feeling really down lately, I think I will spend some time with her and hope that that does not compromise my dating with Yuri. That is my choice. Yeah. And Mun says, go with Monica, she has her shit together. She does. But because of that, Monica and I aren't in tensions. And even though picking Monica would be pretty diplomatic for everyone, there's going to be negative and positive consequences to whatever choice I make at this point. I am just going to say Sayuri to make my friend happy and hope that I do not lose anything on my dating with Yuri. Because saying Sayuri actually is a good thing because in the conversation they have suggested for me to do work with anybody except for Sayuri. So saying Sayuri is going to be the one thing that surprises people. But then they'll probably interpret this as romantic because this is how these games go. But oh well, I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna take the risk. Please, Yuri, do not hate me. I want to spend time with you. I love you. You're the person I want to date. And Kiri says no hints. Thank you! Thank you, Kiri. Here we go. Here we go. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayuri. I mean, we're already neighbors in. But Monica said that Sayuri was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Okay, so now I have to pick one of the others. In which case, I will say Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Okay, Tarudas, sorry, was away for a few. What did I miss? What you missed was that I had to choose between helping one of the girls with their activities, and I first decided that I'd try to work with Sayuri, but they turned that down because she's already helping Monica, so I decided that I would help Yuri. That's the very short explanation. Natsuki, are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. Ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Haddock? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. And here we go, now I'm making more people sour. At least Monica is a good diplomat. So, is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Haddock? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki! What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I meant at all. Yep, okay, the club is starting to fall apart. It's starting to fall apart. I'm gonna get to the interesting stuff. Probably not right away, but I'm getting closer. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Haddock picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. Yay, more good diplomacy. They really go well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so, I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. Actually, that is a good point. Yuri and Natsuki are starting to treat each other a little bit more favorably. At least there is that good thing. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she has already had trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. Oh, Snow Princess to explain, Mun 3001S, and the woman in the middle with the pink, that is Monika. So from left to right, we have Natsuki, Monika, and Yuri, and the last girl that's not on the screen is Sayuri. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayuri. Aww. Oh my gosh, Jack just made a pun! Good pun! It's Monika instead of Monika. Yes! Good pun is good! All the puns! All the puns! Alright. So even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayuri would say at a time like this. Because Sayuri always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No. I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Woot woot! I love her ferocity. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Look at that! Am I walking home with you? Am I walking home with you? I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Oh, we're going on teams. So Mun says, what? No, Mun is team Natsuki all the way. And Tarun, you're Yuri all the way. Yeah, yep, I'm all Yuri, yep. Although, yeah, nope, it's very Yuri. And Mun, yeah, yes, Yuri's hair, it's just fabulous. I think we all just have to be in collective love of Yuri's hair. We can start a Yuri's hair fan club. Not even just a Yuri fan club, a Yuri's hair fan club. We could totally do that. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Aw, phone number sharing. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. Good. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Haddock. I think that will make a very productive team. Yes, we will! Cute time, I hope this goes well. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait! You don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. Alright, Snow Princess says, alright, I think I gotta go. I got a backstory and stat sheet to make for my D&D character. Ooh, that sounds fun! Enjoy D&D! Go do that, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you can stop again another time. You have fun, and I'll talk to you later. Adios! I'm actually going to be stopping in a few minutes anyway. I think I'm going to stop at 9 after I finish this conversation with Yuri and go home for the night. So I'm almost done with the stream too. So woot woot! Here we go. Alex says, Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Eh? I didn't realize... I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long time. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this! Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayuri, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might happen reading. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayuri finds out about this? I was thinking this too. I'm like, this is gonna go bad. Yeah. Tyron says, Haddock is lying to himself now. Are you talking about the in-game character or the me person? Are you accusing me of something yet again, man? Okay. I think this is near the end of the conversation, but I'm just gonna click ahead just in case. Why do I feel nervous that Sayuri finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Oh, nope. Okay, see, this is where in-game Haddock is lying. So, Tarun, you said you decide. It could be both. In-game Haddock is lying. I do feel that way about each other. I'm pretty sure in-game Haddock feels that way, and that's what I'm trying to make in-game Haddock feel. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. Yep, he's lying to himself. He's so lying to himself. We know that he feels things about Yuri. He has that nervousness and the badunk-a-dunk. And then Yuri says, in-game Haddock is a dunce. Yes, he is. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. There we go. It's already Sunday. So I'm gonna stop here. And next time, we do Sunday with Yuri at my house! Woohoo! Here we go. Alright, well thank you guys so much for coming to the stream again. I know it was a slightly shorter one for me, but that's about as long as I feel like doing, and this is a wonderful stopping point. So yes, this will be great. And Yuri says you will have lots of tea. And Mun, aw, stream is ending. Yeah, I'm sorry, it is going to be, ending, but hopefully I will be doing another stream with Doki Doki soon, so I guess we will see. I will keep you guys up to date. I'm still trying to figure out what a consistent stream schedule can be like for me. Hopefully I will be able to get into the groove where it's consistent, but at least we have a consistent time where it starts at about 7 to 7:30 p.m. MST. I'm so thankful for everybody to come. I always am. It's wonderful to talk to you, and you make my streams so much more fun and interesting. So with that being said, I hope you can join me next time. Adios! And there's the button to stop.